up? It's your girl Erica Banks, and I'm locked in with 24/7 Magazine.
What is it like growing up in Dallas?
Growing up in Dallas is cool. It's more like the most southern place I've ever experienced, but that's because that's where I'm from. So it's been cool, especially to come up in a city where it's also been legends, or really to come up in a state where it's other legends as well. It's been pretty cool.
Okay, so how familiar are you with the history of artists from Dallas?
I'm very familiar with the history. We have like Duro, who came out of Dallas. We have Lil Ronnie, who came out of Dallas. We have DJ Paparan, who's a very popular DJ, who came out of Dallas. We have a lot of Dallas legends, so I'm really familiar with what's going on.
Okay, so who did you rock with primarily? As a fan as growing up.
Lil Ronnie for sure. Lil Ronnie and B King. Now B King is from Houston. We actually have a track together now. But I was really big on Lil Ronnie and B King because when I was coming up, they were making like twerk music. And that was real hot when I was in middle school. So I was big on them. I grew up on them.
Okay, now your career kind of took off fast. You only been in the game for what, like 2 years?
This summer makes it my third year.
3 years. Okay, so um, I understand that you was in sports and entertainment in school and stuff, and went off and started being a nurse and things of that sort.
Right.
So, what in you decided you say I want to get off into music?
I just started seeing people in my city make it. And I felt like, well, if these people are making it, I can make it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was people that I knew. Big shout out to Asian Doll. I knew Asian Doll personally before she blew up. And so to see her blow up, it was just really inspiring to me. And I was just like, well, I'm going to just try it out and see if it worked for me. And so I just tried it out and it worked.
Okay, now for younger ladies looking up to you right now that want to be a artist, what kind of encouragement would you give them in reference to they may be in school right now or something, but they really want to pursue their career?
I would just say be consistent, be persistent, and I say it all the time because when you're not consistent, people forget about you. So I feel like you just have to keep putting out content, just keep putting it in their face, and believe in it. If you don't believe in it, nobody else will. So it just starts with you wanting it that bad, but just stay consistent. Somebody will discover you, and you'll be on your way.
Okay, now. Success stories don't happen overnight, and
right.
And a lot of artists they be like, I didn't put in 10 years and still not on.
Yeah.
You made a lot of noise in a matter of what 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
What was your key that you used to get yourself out there and get seen?
Really, it was just social media for me. That was my biggest way of being able to get myself out there, and I was just posting every day or dropping something every week. I was just putting stuff out. And at some point, I had so much stuff coming out so frequently, it became, who is this girl? Because if you keep putting music out and it's quality music, people are going to eventually want to know who you are. So for me, it was just a matter of me just being consistent. And then finally, people was like, I want to check this girl out. And then that turned into me growing a fan base, and that turned into me signing and so on. So it was just a social media thing for me, just, being consistent.
Okay. Now, I also read somewhere it's talking about your support system. How supportive and how much support did you have, putting yourself out there and things like that as far as family and all of that?
I had and I still do, I have a really big support system since day one. My parents, both of my parents, my grandparents, family, cousins, friends, everybody, they've always been behind me 100%. They love what I do. They show up to all my stuff, and you need that. You need a support system when you're doing anything. So I'm just grateful to have them.
Okay. Now, in reference to your team, did you have a team working with you, to help get you off the ground and things like that? And how big of an impact did they play for you?
When I first started, it was just me and my mom. Like, it was just us two. And then from us two, we just kind of built it from the ground up. I did my thing on Instagram. She was my manager. She took care of the business side. And we just kept doing what we was doing. And then that turned into me meeting videographers and photographers who were able to get my videos done. And then that turned into, me being able to become a part of 1501, because me and my mom, and then with me meeting videographers, they kind of helped me put together the look, to present. So once the look was presented, it was kind of up from there.
So when you went into the studio for the first time to record, was you comfortable? Or what type of feeling did you have when you first went in?
My first time recording, I was nervous. I was the only girl in the studio. It was like a whole lot of dudes in there, and I was just like, there, but I was there because I wanted to try. So I got in the booth, I did what I did, and it sounded good. You know, everybody was shocked, even me. You know, but it was a cool experience.
Okay, so your first single, "Talk My Shit." What made you come out with that single?
Oh wow, y'all taking me back. Okay, that's one of my faves. Talk my shit. It just really came from me just speaking my mind. Because if you really listen to what I'm saying, I'm really just saying what's on my mind. And so with that song, I was still in college and I was really wanting to like get my voice, my message, and my image out there. And I felt like shit talking was the best way because that's just me. You know, that's my music. So I feel like I'm just talking my shit. You know, so that's where I got it from. But that's one of my favorites.
Okay, now your three mixtapes, they all seem like they have a significant order in which you named them. Was that intentionally, or did it just happen that way?
No, like the titles of the projects, they just came from here. Like it wasn't I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this so that this makes sense. It was just like I'm gonna name this, and that. You know, I just kind of went with the vibe, but they weren't like connected in any type of way.
Okay. Now you said social media played a big part,
Mhm.
and that's actually where you met Carl on social
Right.
media. So did you time it, or did you know he was going to be on there, or how did that happen?
I didn't like the way that happened was he was on live and people were just on there submitting their music and getting his feedback. And I was like, well, I'm gonna submit my song. I had Busted at the time. And I sent it to him. He listened to it on live. He gave me great feedback. And then maybe a couple of weeks after that, he reached out to me personally in regards to me joining the team. And that was it. So through a live is how it happened.
All right. Now a lot of people from Dallas that I've talked to, they like you was like a quiet creeper that just came out of nowhere because there's a lot of female
Yeah.
artists in Dallas that's been making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel to sneak up and surpass everybody?
That makes me feel so good, you know, especially with all the shit talking that was going on, baby. But anyway, yeah, it's just it feels really good to be able to say that. You know, I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful because it's all the supporters at the end of the day. You know, they who keep me going, they who play my music, spin my music, share it. So I'm more thankful, you know, for them than anybody. But it's one of the best feelings I can say. Yeah.
Okay. Now, it shows that you have a serious hustle and grind for this.
Yeah.
So, and being this is a male driven industry, how much harder or you feel like the pressure is on you now?
To be honest, I really, and I mean this in the most humble way, I really don't feel any pressure as far as that goes because I think what's for me is for me, you know, and it'll be for me, you know. So no matter what the industry or these men or whoever, you know, think or try to come with, it's like it's gonna happen for me regardless. So I don't feel like I have to just work any harder. I'm a hard worker already, I think. So I don't feel like I have to do any extra.
Okay. Now you come to 1501 in the midst of the controversy.
Yes.
So, a lot of people look at controversy and run. What made you feel like this was the perfect fit for you?
It was more of a intuition. I'm really big on intuition, and it just felt right, you know, because a lot of people don't know, but some people do know. Before signing to 1501, I turned down 3 deals. So, you know, that says a lot too, because the typical artists kind of go for their first one. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost did. So my mama stopped me. But yeah, I just felt like this was the right decision. And like I said, what's for me is for me. So regardless of the controversy, comments, whatever, you know, I have my path. So I was just like, this is the right move. I'm gonna go with it. And it's rolling.
Okay, now Bust It.
Yes.
So is this the original version that you played for Coral, or did y'all tweak it once you got over 1501?
This is the original song I played on live, Bust It. We didn't do anything to it, but just get it mastered a little bit more. But that is the official song, yeah.
Okay, now it's beating up the charts. How does that make you feel?
Like a roller coaster. It's okay. It's fun, you know, it's fun to be able to experience all of this really. But the day that I saw it, I thought it was a joke. You know, because some people like to play it. And you know, I looked at it, I'm like, I had to actually go to the Billboard website just to make sure this is real. And when I seen it, it was just like one of those moments for me where I was like, wow, like I'm really doing it, you know. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Erica, don't do this. Um, but yeah, it just really feels good to be able to finally be doing that because I used to like talk about this, you know. So I'm just happy to be here.
Okay. Now you know that there's a lot of naysayers out here. You know that and they have they that some people have their negative thoughts about the label itself. How have they made you feel comfortable in knowing that this was the right decision and you see bigger and brighter things?
Um, just really them being them, them being themselves because before signing, I actually got a chance to spend time with them and get to know them and really know what I was getting into before I got into it, so I didn't go in not knowing anything. So I got that advantage. But yeah, just them being them and them welcoming me and just, letting me know that, hey, we're here for you, you know. It just kind of brought me in and it's been like that ever since. So
Okay. So now, what else can we expect from you here in the near future?
in the near future, please, y'all, I'm getting my dress ready right now for the BET Awards next summer. I don't know what color it's gonna be. I'm thinking like a red or I don't know, white. I don't know. But expect that. Expect more music. Expect shows when the world open back up. Merchandise. People been asking me for that. And more music, more futures, all of that. So just stay tuned in and we'll see what's to come.
Can you give everybody your social media information just in case they may not be familiar?
Yes, sir. So if y'all are not familiar with me, you can find me on Instagram at Real Erica Banks, on Twitter at Real Erica Banks, and all of my music is on every music platform under Erica Banks.